everyone. Robert the Coroner Drapp here. Um, I knew that today's Talk to Me Tuesday was going to be difficult last night whenever I first, started trying to put this together. And I was just going to come on here and, be smiles and all happy, energetic, and talk about the backstory for my D&D character, as was suggested by Danielle, and maybe a couple of the other things that I've seen come up from Will. But I think I have to really start off with one of the biggest topics to come up. There's actually two. The first being, and the lesser of the importance, Tom Petty passed. I've always liked singing Running Down a Dream. A lot of people like Free Fallin'. They made the joke, free ballin'. But no, he was a rock star. He lived the life, and unfortunately he went into full cardiac arrest and passed on. It's sad to see a musician go, because music is like all great art, and to lose an artist is saddening. So may he rest in peace. But I think the thing that's on a lot of people's minds, on the bigger end of the spectrum of things that we really have to worry about or talk about, is what happened in Las Vegas. And I don't have anybody living there now. My grandfather lived in Vegas. He was a cabbie for many years, and we'd been there a few times. I'd been to that spot, and this very much provokes a item of discussion for me, at the very least. They said they found him with 10 rifles and he was shooting at people. Now, 100% in favor of the Second Amendment rights. I believe I should own about 4 weapons in the house. And yes, I would own an assault rifle if I had the money to do so. If I had the money to do so, an assault rifle, maybe for hunting or for home defense. I would own a pump-action shotgun. I've always felt more comfortable with them. And a couple handguns. Because, again, I've always felt comfortable with shotguns and handguns because I've been around them more. Rifles, not so much. We were bow hunters. So, this guy goes out and commits an act of pure evil. We need to start seriously examining ourselves as responsible gun owners. And it needs to be to the point where maybe we stop fetishizing the Second Amendment. Understand that it's a integral part of the Constitution. Having the ability to have weapons is one of the things that allowed us, as a growing nation, to throw off the chains of oppression from a foreign country. But now we have kids who are getting guns and doing just the worst things. This guy killed 50 people. 50. Injured hundreds more. And I think it's time we take a long, hard look at ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves, how are all of these people that commit these kind of atrocities getting the weaponry that they're getting? Is there any sort of mental health check for these people? Because so many of these people who go out and do these things are mentally ill. They believe themselves to be doing something righteous, to be doing something that, if you heard it in a casual conversation, their deepest thoughts, you'd be like, no, I'm not comfortable with that. But we don't have these things. And it's depressing. It really is. Because I want to own my own set of firearms. And yeah, maybe not the most mentally healthy person on the planet. I do have my bad days. But because I have the love of my friends and my family and all of those around me, it gives me a good reason to not want to do anything stupid. And over the years, I've learned that having the outlet of just taking a deep breath and letting it out and trying to focus that today sucked, tomorrow will be better. That has helped me so much. And I understand that a lot of the things that have happened, a lot of the coping mechanisms, that's the word, that I have are largely based on the fact that I've seen a revolution in mental health care being promoted. It has been a very important thing for people to seek good mental health, and realizing that it's as important as physical health. So that has been very much a inspiring thing for me. And I hope that we get to the point where, oh, hey man, yeah, no, I got a therapist appointment in like 20 minutes. I gotta go. All right, man, see you later. Very much in the same vein of, oh man, I got a doctor's appointment in an hour. All right, man, see you later. It's the same. There's no stigma attached to it. There's no sort of inner blocking that a lot of people do. And I'm not going to lie and say I'm not one of them. I don't think I'll ever, or rather, I don't see myself needing to go to a therapist just because I pretty much got it sorted. So why would I need to? But I could see the positives. I could see the benefits very, very easily. And that again leads to, this guy was an older guy and just decided, no, I'm going to go off and shoot all these people. Not a positive, not a good thing. But this guy not having the support net that he needed to have somebody stop him from going out and doing these stupid things is really... And see, I think the thing that gets me the worst is, and I was thinking this last night, is like, he committed an act of terrorism on our soil here in the Americas. And the worst part is not just how many people's lives he ended and how many people he affected with this, but that he will never face justice because he took his own life. So we will never understand why he thought this was a good idea, why he decided to go to a Jason Aldean concert and just blow through rounds like it wasn't nothing. And then he turned it on himself. So, and I think we should, as a country, just take a minute. We have to realize the dark state that this country is in. We have a mass terroristic act enacted by one person, and it doesn't seem like, because I was watching some of the videos, they interviewed his brother. He's like, I don't even know where he would have gotten that many guns. He's not ex-military or anything. How the hell did he get 10 guns? So, that'll be something interesting to, debate and talk about. Whew, what a downer. Sorry. But let's get to the fun part, shall we? Really lighten the mood here. I'm not gonna do the voice because I don't really think I have it in me this morning. No coffee, no breakfast yet. I just rolled out of bed, got dressed, and said, you know what? Throw myself in front of a webcam, get this knocked out, get this done before my wonderful husband comes home, and then turn around and then get the easy shit out the way. So, my character's name in the upcoming campaign is Genji Shimada. Yes, that's an Overwatch reference. He's actually 25 years old. He's a human. And he's and out of care, just away from the backstory. Yeah, no, he actually is Genji from Overwatch. I am going to make him Genji from Overwatch. My dungeon master, Baz, was wonderful enough to give us all starting out a magic item, one magic item. And I took the bracers of returning shurikens. So, I now have shurikens that I can throw, and they come back. Just wah, 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 wah. It's going to be great. But back in. I am 25 years old, and I don't remember a lot about my life before coming into this city. You see, my brother and I were once very close, and my father had been a rather wealthy merchant lord. He started out with a single wagon running from one city to the next, and he eventually amassed a fortune by occasionally engaging in less than legal opportunities. And in doing so, he was able to build an empire or build a corporation. And he had couriers and other wagon drivers and many men within his realm. And it finally came the day when he unfortunately passed. And I was 20. I had enjoyed all the money that he'd spent for me, but I felt that I could do a far better job than my brother, for my brother was not very interested in the business, and I was. We began to fight. Again, I apologize that I cannot recall why or what started it. But I do remember the fight. We started in the home we'd grown up in. We went through the forests and the city streets. The guards never saw as we dueled across the rooftops and in the alleyways. We'd grown up in that city, so it was ours. The last thing I remember, he had shot, because he was always a far better archer than swordsman. He had shot an arrow, and I had thought to slice it from the air, but I had mistimed it. I was hit in the chest. Something else had knocked me backwards. I fell to the street below. I thought I had died. Right there. My friend the cleric tells me that the city guard found me lying in the gutter, still breathing. The 3 arrows that had hit me in the chest, in the heart, had been snapped off, and that my sword was nowhere to be found. So they took me to the clerics. The clerics did everything they could. But unfortunately, for me to be alive at all, I could never remove my armor. A sad life, a tin man. But I am alive, and I may yet exact revenge upon my brother. But now, that goal seems to be hard, as whilst I've found the bracer, the magic bracer that I have, my sword is gone. It was a very powerful sword. I now quest to find enough money to train, to do all that need be done, so that I can confront my brother, regain my honor. He may have defeated me the first time. He will not defeat me the second. So, that's the backstory for Genji Shimada, for the D&D campaign that I'm playing in. I really, just to throw this in there, I really tried to keep it to the story that Overwatch had written and kind of adapt it for the use that I need it for. So I thought it was really cool. Another thing I want to kind of, again, shift topic for is sponsorship. Yeah, I'm not sponsored by anybody. Probably could be. I've only got 23 followers. So, again, I'm going to say it. I'd love to be in the position where this made me money doing YouTube. But, again, I also feel like putting together good content, putting together good videos, right now, I should just focus on enjoying putting together these videos, not trying to see a way to make a quick buck. Because if there's no passion in your work, if there's no enjoyment in it, you're not going to go anywhere. And if you're not just gaining natural traction, you're never going to make any money out of it. So, because people won't care. This video, I put this video together today because I wanted to do it. I did it the way I wanted to do it. So, I got to be happy with that. And I am, largely. Not real happy that I had a brief moment there where my phone I could hear my phone buzz at me, so I had to stop. But, you know, life happens. They were trying to see if I wanted to go to work early today, and I'm like, okay, until when? You need me there until when? So, I'm just waiting on a response back for that. So, this has been Robert the Coroner Drapp. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment your questions or your thoughts for next week's Talk to Me Tuesday. Hit the bell for the notifications, and I will see you all next time.
It's a chance that I take, but I know you forgive the mistakes I made. There's a life out there.